champions, and thanks for joining us on another episode. Yep, you guessed it, we're out chasing a few muddies. I'm heading out this morning with Triddy-Bobby. We're going to drop a few pots in, put some baits out as it'd be, and then later on this episode, the misso and me are going to go and check them and see what's up. We've had a hot tip that the crabs are running in this area, and judging by the amount of bait available at the servo this morning, they're right. We managed to get one bag of mullet fillets, that'll do 2 pots, and we found some bait in the freezer, that'll do the other 2. This area, just like any other I've been to, are pretty bad for people checking your pots on you. So we're going to tie this one off, got a tag above the waterline, and hopefully it's going to be unchecked in the morning. But we're not going to know till me and Caitlin get out here and rip these pots up. But me and Triddy-Bobby have still got 3 to put down, we've got 1 more mullet fillet to go in, and then the mystery bait. Yep, that's a whole frozen chook. He's cleaved it most of the way in part with the axe, but he's just finishing it off by hand, as you do. Thanks mate. Well, that's it, the last bait in the water. We only ran 4 pots today. Now, we're going to leave them sit overnight and come back tomorrow when the tide allows to check these things. Triddy-Bobby had a few things come up, so the old Ball and Jane's coming out with me, and as you can see, she's a bit bumpier than it was yesterday, but that's not going to stop us getting out here and hopefully pulling up a few muddies. She's managed to pull up 3 bucks in this pot, but none of them are massive. We'll give them a measure anyway.
About 14, they've got to be 15. He's only 14, so he's a bit on the small side. We're not going to keep him, but maybe one of those big ones in there might be pushing legal, but I'll get this guy back.
And this is one rusty buck. They reckon they're the best kind to eat, and I'm no expert, as you can tell by my crab measurer.
He's only 13 on the spikes. He's a nice full one being that red, but he's not quite big enough. I'm going to fight too.
The third one didn't quite make the grade either, so he went back. We want to rerun these pots, but like I said, bait was a bit scarce, and I mean, I had this bull shark in the esky Triddy-Bobby caught. Why not, eh? With the bull shark successfully dismembered and corded, it was time to track down the other 3 pots. These are the ones we ran out on the flat, so they're all run on floats. The tide's running pretty hard, and so is the wind, so it's a bit of a struggle to get them, but she manages to grab them alright. Now we're going to rip these things in, and hopefully these ones have got a few bigger crabs in them.
Be a bit bigger. Boy. Yep.
This crab looks like he's a bit bigger than the last ones. He might be an eater. Although, he looks like he's trying to eat me, but luckily just managed to get the shoe. Unfortunately, the shit crab measurer says he's just under, so he's got to go back. 2 pots down, 2 to go. The boss isn't real happy with the success rate, and even more so, this claw's got to go back. Can't keep the crab, can't keep the claw. That's the rules. We're chasing down pot 3. This is one of the chicken pots, I think. I'm keen to see what she's got in store for us. Oh yeah, chicken's come up with the goods here. There's got to be some eaters in this basket of crabs. I'm super stoked to have finally caught a good haul of crabs, but the mission is now to sort out the keepers from the releases. This one, definitely a keeper, but as you can see, I didn't open the esky and it skidded off the top and then down into the front hatch. Hopefully it's just under the esky. I can't see it. But there is nothing separating this front hatch from under the floor. And yeah, he's under the floor. So that'll be fun later. This one, however, another good eater. And out of the same pot, a third quality Muddy. Not the biggest, but he's legal, so we'll take him. The fourth pot, however, ended up coming up stumps. It's unfortunate, but we get it rebaited. We drag a few lures around, but ultimately the tide's going out, so we've got to head back to the creek. And let's not forget, we've got a little bit of a project we've got to attend to this afternoon. Caitlin does her best trying to coax him out, but there's no getting away from the fact that this floor's got to come out. And considering it's only been in here about 3 days, I'm not super stoked, but we get the floor out and we get the crab out. When the tide gets high enough the next day, we cross them back out to check these traps again. We're pulling them in today because it looks like there's some pretty wild weather predicted for the next few days. We'll see if we get a chance to put them back out. But for the moment, we've got some crabs at home, and it'll be a bonus if we get any kivas today. These first couple of pots have come in, they've got muddies in them. They're just not big eaters, not what we're chasing, so all those ones go back. We're just going to pull up to the fourth pot now, and hopefully the flake's done its job and lands us a good eater. This last pot only had one crab in it, and unfortunately it didn't quite meet the mark when we measured it up. But it looks like the weather's starting to turn, building up behind us, and with quite a bit of lightning predicted, it's time we get home and sort out those 3 crabs from yesterday. Now, I didn't do you guys a crab cleaning and cooking tutorial this time, but maybe I've done one in the past. I don't know, check the other videos. We've been doing these a while. If you guys want me to do one, let me know. I'm going to surely be out trying to catch some muddies again in the future, but look at these guys. That is some high quality crab. If you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, all that good stuff. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on TikTok. And remember, if you got a fishing, hunting, crab and prawn and spot you want me to come check out with you, swing me a message. And if not, maybe I'll see you out there somewhere.